When Travis Kelce discloses his chat with Scott on the show, Jason Kelce reacts in shock. Travis Kelce, who recently assisted the Chiefs in defeating the Houston Texans, and his brother Jason Kelce have launched a new podcast episode. The following is a passage from the Kelce brothers' chat that fans are particularly curious about. "Congratulations on your first victory of 2025, stated Jason Kelce. "Without a doubt, this is a fantastic beginning to the upcoming Super Bowl." "Oh, that's great," remarked Travis, laughing. "That victory is crucial. It's a very difficult round, but we're off to a nice start, you know?" Jason continued, "The appearance of our family and the Taylor family in the stands at Arrowhead Stadium made the atmosphere at the game even more exciting." "Yeah, their appearance was great," replied Travis, laughing. Jason responded, "Hey Travis, after the game, you had a party to celebrate the Chiefs' victory." "Oh, of course," answered Travis with a laugh. "For everyone present, it was one of the enjoyable moments." "That was fantastic," Jason remarked with a giggle. "Perhaps I missed the significant event because I was preoccupied with my ESPN commentator duties." "Really?" said Travis. "We shared a conversation and celebrated the Chiefs' win with drinks." "Oh, really?" Jason repeated, as if you were very serious about Scott. "Don't you?" With a serious expression, Travis responded, "Oh yeah, Scott and I had a lengthy conversation, "Hey Travis, how was your conversation with Taylor's father?" Jason asked. "I assume Scott wanted to tell you something significant. I noticed that everyone was taking things quite seriously." Travis stated, "Scott actually asked me a question that left me completely perplexed and unable to come to an agreement. He brought up my wedding to Taylor, Scott. Although I was taken aback, he gave me a sense of security, and I will never forget his extra attention. I'll never forget that sensation." Raising his hands in astonishment, Jason exclaimed, "OMG, that is a huge thing, in my opinion. My friend, you truly took extra care of me." Travis said, "Scott, he made me realize many things, and I know I have to learn and remember that he is a respectable person." "So, do you have any plans for your wedding?" said Jason. "At the time, I was a little confused, but Scott told me that he wanted to have a wedding in Nashville," Travis remarked. "When Taylor stood beside me, Scott said that Nashville held great significance for his family." After hearing Scott's suggestion, she nodded as well. Surprised once more, Jason exclaimed, "Oh my God, that's true." "Then, Travis, what did you say?" "I have my own plan, and of course I will agree," Travis stated. "She is also quite pleased with my choice, Taylor." "Wow, you are a real man," exclaimed Jason. "That's why I like you. Because you are always eager to go above and above for her, Taylor. She is a happy woman." "Come on, man," said Travis, laughing. "Are you trying to flatter me?" Jason replied, Travis, I always appreciate a man who is always willing to do everything for his girlfriend, and of course, that always makes everyone support." "Oh yeah," responded Travis. "I'll take your word for it." However, the elderly men celebrated and danced. Then the two Kelce brothers burst out laughing. Jason stated, "At the game, the fans were quite amused by the Taylor and Caitlyn moments." "Yes, they appear to be best friends," remarked Travis. "When Caitlyn joined our conversation in last week's episode, she was amiable and entertaining. She and Taylor must have been pals." "I think so too," Jason answered. Another comment from a viewer said, "Hey, come here and see Taylor and Caitlyn. They appear to be sisters." Jason and Travis's joyful laughter added to the lively environment. "Come on, man," said Travis, laughing. "The game was significant. Fantastic. We finished the mission that day." Pop sensation Taylor Swift's appearances in support of both Travis Kelce and his Kansas City Chiefs are often auspicious. When Swift attends games, the Chiefs are 18-3, including 8-0 this season. In the playoffs, Swift seems to be the team's lucky charm as well. They defeated the Miami Dolphins, Buffalo Bills, Baltimore Ravens, AFC Championship game, and San Francisco 49ers Super Bowl during the previous postseason while she was present. Kansas City advanced to the AFC Championship game for the seventh consecutive season after defeating the Houston Texans 23-4 on Saturday in their divisional round game. Swift made headlines on social media several times during the game, including when her entire family showed up wearing Chiefs clothing, after Kelce made a huge first down catch, and when she celebrated his touchdown in the fourth quarter. After the game, Pictures of the couple appeared on social media, giving fans a little idea of what they accomplished. Fans now know how Swift and Kelce celebrated the significant victory, due to a recent report from the Daily Mail. According to insiders, Swift and Kelce were able to spend a few hours alone together as her parents, Scott and Andrea, were flown back to Nashville on her private plane. She was ecstatic to celebrate her boyfriend's triumph at Arrowhead, but on Monday, before he went back to practice, she headed back to New York. Given that Kansas City is hosting this year's AFC Championship game, Swift is certain to attend this weekend's game as well. She decided not to stay and may have been a distraction for Kelce, though, and left for New York for the week. She is likely returning to Kansas City for the AFC Championship game on Sunday, which starts at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. One example of the kind of support Kelce spoke about during a recent interview on the Pat McAfee Show is Swift's voluntary distance before the Chiefs' most crucial game of the season. That's the beauty of being in a very strong relationship. You get that support to be able to come in and focus on your craft, focus on being the best version of you, added Kelce. I believe my dedication to my work and to being the greatest player I can be for this squad every single week is at an all-time high. I don't have to worry about stuff off the field, which is why, as the Kansas City Chiefs head into the playoffs, Travis Kelce has made it clear that they are not obsessed with winning the Super Bowl for the third time in a row. This is in spite of the fact that Patrick Mahomes has raised the topic several times. After receiving a bye during Wild Card Weekend, the Chiefs began their postseason as overwhelming favorites against the Houston Texans at Arrowhead Stadium. According to Kelce, Kansas City was fully focused on the goal at hand, defeating the Texans and going on to play the Buffalo Bills or the Baltimore Ravens. I haven't heard anyone talk about anything three-peat, anything like that, Kelce stressed in an interview with ESPN prior to the game. At the moment, our attention is on the Houston Texans. If you don't enter the playoffs with the proper mindset and attitude, anyone may lose. It is clear that the Chiefs have been outspoken about their desire to create history by winning a third consecutive Super Bowl, even though Kelce has insisted on the team's current emphasis. It would be legendary, Mahomes said back in February when discussing the prospect of making history with the aforementioned site. We know that winning back-to-back is legendary, but no one has ever done it. 8 other teams, I believe, have done it. All week long, we had heard it. We thought that we had the finest chance ever to go out there and do that after speaking with the guys who had gone back-to-back about it. He was heard saying, "Hey, we're not done," during his Super Bowl celebration the previous season. "I'd want 3. Back-to-back-to-back is what I desire. Nobody ever made it there. I desire it." This week, Mahomes hinted at his desire for another win on social media by changing his profile photo to one of him clutching the Lombardi Trophy. According to sources, tight end Travis Kelce may retire if the Chiefs win a three-peat, leaving his future uncertain. Despite trying to fill the vacuum created by Rashee Rice's long-term injury, Kelce had the worst season statistics of his career and only made it to the end zone 3 times. With just 1 year left on his contract, Kelce must make a difficult choice that might result in him losing millions of dollars if he decides to put up his boots. Travis Kelce always seems to know what to do when the lights are shining brightest. In their pursuit of a three-peat, the Kansas City Chiefs tight end has produced some of his best plays at the most crucial times throughout the team's consecutive Super Bowl runs. But according to former NFL player Kyle Long on Kevin Clark's This Is Football, Kelce's ability to go open during crucial moments in a game is the product of intense focus and practice rather than merely sheer athleticism or bad luck. Kelce has a special practice regimen that prepares him for these kinds of situations. According to Long, Kelce goes to the field where the kickers work and spends some time on his routes alone in a methodical process, walking through them when the Chiefs' offense isn't on the field. I would occasionally see him